An American soldier, Staff SGT, Gordon Black, found himself detained in a pretrial facility in Russia following his arrest last week, as confirmed by the U.S. Army on Tuesday. Reports from Russian authorities indicated that he would be held for 2 months pending further investigation. Black's visit to Vladivostok, a port city in the Pacific, to see his girlfriend took a troubling turn when she accused him of theft, leading to his arrest by Russian police. The Army acknowledged that Black had not obtained clearance for his international travel, a violation of Defense Department regulations that mandate approval for such trips from security managers or commanders. Given the current geopolitical tensions, including the conflict in Ukraine and threats against the U.S. and its military, it was deemed highly unlikely that Black would have been granted permission for travel to Russia. The situation escalated when Black's girlfriend reported a conflict with him, alleging missing cash after his stay with her, which ultimately led to his arrest at a hotel in Vladivostok. The regional branch of the Russian Interior Ministry disclosed that Black faces potential imprisonment for up to 5 years if convicted. Meanwhile, the U.S. Army is conducting its own administrative investigation into the incident to determine the circumstances surrounding Black's actions. Black, an infantry soldier with a deployment history in Iraq and Afghanistan, was on leave and en route from South Korea to his base in Texas when the incident occurred. His decision to divert to Russia without authorization raised concerns about his intentions, although there is no evidence suggesting he planned to stay in Russia beyond his leave period. The arrest of Black adds to the list of Americans currently detained in Russia, including individuals like Paul Whelan and Evan Gershkovich, designated by the U.S. government as wrongfully held. The complex web of international relations and legal issues underscores the delicate nature of American-Russian interactions, with ongoing efforts to secure the release of detained individuals. The Ukrainian village of Ochertine in the Donetsk region has been heavily impacted by the ongoing conflict. As seen in recent drone footage obtained by the Associated Press, Russian forces have targeted the village, leading to significant damage to its buildings and infrastructure. Russian troops have been advancing in the area, engaging in intense fighting with Ukrainian forces in Kyiv. The military situation has resulted in the Russians gaining control in Ochertine, a village with a population of around 3,000 before the conflict began. Despite this, the Ukrainian military continues to resist the occupation. The footage reveals a grim scene with no signs of life in the village. Most structures, including houses and apartment blocks, have been severely damaged or destroyed. Smoke can be seen rising from several buildings, indicating ongoing fires in the area. In addition to Ochertine, Russia has escalated attacks on Kharkiv, Ukraine's second-largest city, aiming to disrupt the region's energy infrastructure and instill fear among its residents. Recent strikes in Kharkiv have resulted in civilian casualties and damage to buildings, including a 2-story civilian structure set ablaze by Russian forces. Furthermore, the conflict has extended to other areas such as Odessa, where rocket attacks have caused injuries and damage to civil infrastructure. The Ukrainian military has been actively defending against Russian incursions, successfully intercepting drones and preventing further destruction in critical regions. The situation remains tense, with both sides engaged in ongoing hostilities that have led to significant human and material losses. The international community, including Italy's president, has condemned Russia's aggression and emphasized the importance of restoring Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity for lasting peace in the region. Ukrainian authorities have successfully thwarted a sinister plot, orchestrated by the Russian Federal Security Service to assassinate President Volodymyr Zelenskyy and other prominent military and political figures, as announced by Ukraine's State Security Service. The operation led to the arrest of 2 colonels from the State Guard of Ukraine, responsible for safeguarding high-ranking officials, who were suspected of carrying out the elaborate scheme devised by the FSB. These colonels, recruited prior to Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, were apprehended before they could execute the plan, which aimed to strike before Russian President Vladimir Putin's 5th-term inauguration. The head of the State Security Service, Vasyl Maliuk, personally supervised the covert mission to monitor and intercept the assassination plot. This revelation adds to the history of Ukrainian claims regarding Russian attempts on Zelenskyy's life, with the president previously disclosing multiple thwarted assassination endeavors. The ongoing conflict with Russia, now entering its 3rd year, has heightened tensions and escalated security concerns for Ukraine's leadership. In a separate development, authorities in Poland recently arrested a Polish individual suspected of espionage on behalf of Russia's military intelligence, allegedly linked to a plot targeting Zelenskyy. The interconnected web of espionage and assassination plots underscores the complexity and gravity of the geopolitical landscape in the region. Furthermore, Russia's provocative actions, including threats against British military installations and plans to conduct drills simulating the deployment of battlefield nuclear weapons, have exacerbated tensions with Western nations. The escalating rhetoric and military posturing have raised alarm and underscored the volatile nature of the conflict in Ukraine, prompting concerns about the potential for further escalation and destabilization in the region.